Good day, YouTube. Today, I wanted to take some time out and talk about one of my favorite characters in Marvel Contest of Champions, which is Ghost. Now, Ghost was first introduced into Marvel Contest of Champions in July 2018, around the same time the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp was released in theaters. Ghost was a villain in this movie, and as such, she is tagged as a villain in the Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, even though Ghost has been in the game for almost 3 years, not many people know how to play her effectively. Ghost has a very unique playstyle and a high skill cap. But if played correctly, she is easily the best champ in Marvel Contest of Champions. See, I pulled Ghost about a year ago. When I pulled her, I instantly took her to rank 4 even though I didn't know how to play her. This video will be my attempt to explain how she works and how to use her effectively in my time using her. 3 reasons to love Ghost. 1. Ghost has very high damage output. 2. Ghost can phase off most debuffs in Marvel Contest of Champions. And 3. My personal favorite, with the right synergy, Ghost can tank SP3s without taking any damage whatsoever. First, let's talk about Ghost's awakened ability. When awakened at the start of the fight, Ghost will begin phasing for 2 seconds, as exhibited in these next few fights. At signature level 200, when opponents miss, Ghost will generate 5% max power per miss. Now let's talk about dashing back. When Ghost dashes back, she'll begin phasing for 2 seconds. Phasing won't activate if Ghost is afflicted with an armor break debuff or has a precision passive. So in this fight right here, because she gains an armor break debuff, she cannot phase until the armor break falls off. And in this fight as well, because she has an armor break, she cannot phase until the armor break falls off. In this fight right here, she doesn't have an armor break, but she does gain a precision passive, which means she cannot phase until that precision passive falls off. There are other situations where phasing won't activate for Ghost. For example, if she's inflicted with a critical failure by Domino, if she's magnetized by Magneto, or has a concussion debuff on her, she would not be able to phase. Now, let's talk about phasing. While phasing, incoming attacks have a 100% chance to miss, and each damage over time debuff on Ghost converts to a Fury passive, increasing attack rating by 3300 for 5 seconds. So in this situation, she gains bleed debuffs and converts them to Fury passives. And in this situation, she gains poison debuffs and converts them through Fury passives as well because of the phasing. However, there are some attacks that won't miss. For example, when Nick Fury has 6 tactical charges, phasing will fail. When characters like Longshot, when their unique ability, phasing may fail. When she's magnetized by Magneto, phasing may fail. Emma Frost with the inverted controls. And last but not least, Strife with his Ionic Blast, phasing may also fail. Upon phasing, gaining precision passive for 6 seconds, which guarantees the next hit to be critical and consumes the precision passive, Ghost can only land critical hits through her abilities. So this means every time she phases, she's going to get a precision passive, and her next hit that she initiates will be guaranteed critical every single time. While this precision is active, opponents' evade abilities suffer negative 100% flat ability accuracy. This means while Ghost is phasing, the next attack she initiates will be guaranteed critical, and the opponent would not be able to evade it, as examples here. Phasing is immediately deactivated when Ghost initiates an attack or blocks an attack. This means Ghost cannot attack and phase at the same time. As soon as he initiates the attack while phasing, the phasing will become deactivated. Or if Ghost blocks an attack, phasing will also become instantly deactivated. All attacks. Non-critical hits have a 10% chance to gain a cruelty buff, increasing critical damage by 1400 for 20 seconds. Cruelty buffs stack up to 5, so there's always a 10% chance for Ghost to gain a cruelty buff for non-critical hits. When the opponent evades, Ghost will gain a precision passive for 6 seconds. So if an opponent evades Ghost attack, she will gain a precision passive. However, she will not be able to phase with this precision passive. Heavy attacks. When Ghost activates a heavy attack, she has a 50% chance to gain a Fury buff for 10 seconds, granting 1600% attack. The chance to gain a Cruelty buff on a heavy non-critical hit increases the longer the heavy attack is charged. And you can see that here. Special 1, Attack. When Ghost activates a Special 1, she gains 3 precision passes for 6 seconds. When triggered immediately upon phasing, each hit is guaranteed critical. You can see that here. She'll gain 3 precision passives. And since she's phasing and activated a special attack, each hit of her special attack 1 is critical. Special 2, Attack. When Ghost activates a special 2, she will gain a Cruelty buff, increasing critical damage by 1400 for 20 seconds, then refresh all Cruelty buffs generated by Ghost. When triggered immediately upon phasing, each hit is guaranteed critical. This means if Ghost currently has a Cruelty buff like right here, so you'll get another Cruelty buff and then refresh the current one as well. And if she activates her special 2 while phasing, like right here, each hit will be guaranteed critical. Special 3, Attack. Each Cruelty buff generated by Ghost converts to a permanent Cruelty passive. Cruelty passives stack up to 5. So if Ghost activates a special 3 and she currently has 2, they will convert to a Cruelty passive remaining on her for the rest of the fight. And you can see that right here. Synergies. Ghost has a synergy with Ant-Man that gives her plus 15 attack for each buff on Ghost, as exhibited in this fight. And this fight. Ghost has another unique synergy with Wasp that allows Ghost's special attacks to be unblockable while triggered while phasing. And since if she's phasing, all of her hits are critical, this can do a lot of damage. And lastly, Ghost has a unique synergy with the Hood that allows her to take no damage while phasing. So that means she can totally take any SP3 in the game without taking any damage whatsoever. Suicides. There are masteries in this game, like Liquid Courage here, that increase the attack of all champions by 30%, but they suffer a permanent poison debuff that drains 0.6% health each second. And another mastery called Double Edge increases the attack of all champions by 30%, but up to 20% health is lost by bleed debuff over 16 seconds. These masteries increase attack, but you sacrifice health. But with Ghost, since she begins phasing at the beginning of every fight, if awakened, she can just turn these debuffs into passive furies and increase her attack with no side effects. However, then there's the Recoil mastery. This mastery, when maxed out, will increase the attack during special attacks by 60%, but they sacrifice 10% health for each activation of the special 1 and 2. You can see that here. When Ghost activates the special 1, she loses 10% of attack. Right here, when she activates the special 2, she uses another 10% of her attack. However, with the Hood synergy, Ghost takes no damage while phasing. So, if you time it perfectly, you can phase off this damage without taking any damage at all. And you can see that here. But your timing has to be perfect, because if not, you will activate your special attack and take damage, and that could be the end of the fight. Tips and tricks. Now, when I play Ghost, I never run suicides. I'm just not a fan of them. But as you can see here, I never do a full 5-hit combo. It's like 1 and 2 hits, and then I back off to reset the phase to make sure that I'm aware of what could happen. I want the opponent to play into me, because that's how you can become effective with Ghosts. You got the AI has to play into you and attack into you. And there are certain things I do, like right here, I throw my special 2, right? I always have the Wasp synergy because I want my attacks to be unblockable. I mean, I love the Hood synergy too, but sometimes I don't have enough room on my team to have the Hood synergy, but I always have the Wasp synergy. And I don't like doing 5-hit combos because that leaves me open for like a millisecond, and a millisecond can be the difference between life and death in a fight in this game, as we all know. But I'm playing a little passive, but a little aggressive at the same time. But as you can see, with that special 2, unblockable with the wild synergy, unstoppable. And there's another little trick I do. At the beginning of my fight, I count to 2, like right here, 1, 2, and then I hit into the character. 1, 2, then I hit into the character. But be careful, because some characters have 7-hit combos, and it could throw your timing off. Like right here with Stealth Spidey and Domino, and another personal favorite of mine, Black Widow Daily Origins. But with the right timing, it's possible for Ghost to phase entire attacks, as you can see right here. But it all comes down to timing. And I would recommend that you try to get an understanding of Ghost and practice timing before you go to the harder in-game content. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it helped you get a better understanding of Ghost and understand how she plays and how she works. And I hope my tips and tricks gave you some guidance on what you can do when using Ghost. As always, guys, take care, wear your mask, and I'll catch you in the next video.